Hi, welcome to my pink Christmas. Here we are adding some base colors for my canvas to avoid blank spots in the futures, like black annoying dots, but also for the colors to be more smoother. And as you can see, it didn't take me very long to realize that my canvas were absolutely dry, so I added some water to make paint blend more smoothly and make the whole process a lot easier for me. It didn't really matter which colors I use, I only wanted to have this colorful hue as I don't think we will be keeping any of these colors in the end. Of course, as long as they are not absolutely dark, because then it would be kind of a problem. And then we are actually adding the colors we want on our background and doing this kind of movement. As with this canvas, I wanted for the brush lines to be visible, so I'm just playing around with the brush and seeing what I like and what I don't, just going with my feeling. I was doing this process until I was fully satisfied, and then I decided to add a sketch of Santa and reindeer. With this shot, I wanted to give you a full experience of paint with me, but I was using this kind of neck holder, which is you have like a big necklace and there is a magnet under your chin which is holding your phone, and turns out it is not very good for painting, as you can see, so it didn't take me very long to switch back to my static tripod. And if somebody would be interested why it's not so good, well, you either cannot see really too much or it is shaking so much. So I wouldn't recommend it for the painting. If I should give some tips with this small Santa, I think the first one would be sketch with the pencil first, because you can always erase it, but when you are painting with the brush, you cannot. And if you are thinking that's very obvious thing to do, trust me, if you are somebody like me who is thinking, oh, nothing can go wrong, or sometimes perhaps a little bit lazy, trust me, this advice is the best one I can give, so maybe somebody can learn from my words, because apparently I cannot. Also, if I should give another advice regarding painting this Santa and reindeer, or the small thing in general, is to use a really small amount of paint and go with tiniest of the brushes, because for example this Santa and reindeer in this video it may take like 2 minutes, but in reality it was 3 hours until I got all the details to my liking. For example, I wasn't even using a paint holder for my paint, I just took the paint directly from the tube, as the acrylics tend to dry out really quickly. So I hope you like it, and maybe fun fact about this painting is I didn't plan on doing this Santa, but actually the white line under it, I just painted it and I was staring at it like, that's so weird, but immediately I knew, okay, there will be Santa. And from that moment on, I went with it and I love it so much. I love it so much. I think without it, it would be not so good, so I'm happy I went with my feeling. And from Santa, we are going straight to the trees, and to be honest, me and trees are not friends. I tried to paint it before, but it looked like 5-year-old painted it, and I think even if 5-year-old would paint the trees, it would look better than mine. So I think these ones are kind of the first one that kind of looks like a tree, so I'm really proud. If I should give some tips in regards of painting the trees, I would say just try what is the best for you, because for example I tried this like butterfly brush, the one that is going to like triangle shape, but it didn't really work out for me because it looks like terrible, like big smudge. So I actually tried this smaller one and I'm just putting it down on the canvas in different direction, and I think it kind of works, and it doesn't look like a 5-year-old had painted it, so win is the win for me. And as you can see on the top, I'm trying to do smaller branches, and then as I'm going down, I'm gradually like trying to make them bigger. And also from my experience, I was trying to do some also space between the branches so it doesn't look like one big, not so good triangle. But as you can see, we are also keeping a pink aesthetic with the trees, so this is totally pink world. Then we went off to paint gingerbread houses, which took much longer than they should. Actually, it was the point where I just wanted to not to do anymore this painting. I just wanted to finish because it took so long and it still didn't look good, even, and especially when I started to do details, because I wanted also to do like the white sugar coating, or how it is called. Sorry, English is not my first language, if you haven't noticed yet. So I wanted to do also the sugar coating, but with the white paint it was really hard, as I, even when I did like 2 or 3 layers of it, it still didn't look good and it kind of looked patchy. So I then opted for another way. You will see it later on in the video. Basically, in my head, I had this idea that all other details I will just do with paint and brush and just do this kind of steps as I'm doing with this gingerbread house. But after like painting 8 of them, I wanted to quit. I wanted to put this paint on this canvas on my pile of I will finish this later, which I'm not sure when. So I did instead this. I had this kind of mixed paint and I just started putting it down on a canvas in big batches. As you can see, there's this pink ornament kind of thing, and you cannot really see like edges of the paint, but with this teddy bear kind of thing, I purposely wanted to have there like a lot of paint, which kind of make it 3D, so it kind of stand out from the canvas. And it was the moment when I realized, okay, this is the way, this is how am I going. It was my ta-da moment. And from that, I was like, yes, I will paint everything like this. And basically I did. The process is to just scoop color on your brush, a lot of it, and just put it down on the canvas. You can do either a one color and then gradually add a second to it, or you can do a mix of the colors like 1, 2, or 3. But don't mix the colors too much, because then you would have one weird shade, and we want for each color to shine on its own. And fast forward a couple of hours later and my phone running out of memory again, we are here with structure paste. I know some people are using their own handmade paste. I'm not sure what are the steps, but I am just buying it from the shop. I am not that creative, nor I have probably that much time or resources or knowledge or okay, I'm just lazy. But if you want to know, I am just buying structure paste, that's how it is called. So if you want to try it or buy in your local shop, hopefully they will have it. And here I don't have much of a plan of what am I doing. I'm just going with my gut feeling and what feels right. Also, maybe if I should give some tips from what I found out from using this structure paste. I'm not sure if it is like that with every paste, but the one I am using, when I'm putting only like really thin layer, sometimes it can get also like kind of see-through, but it will also kind of fall down or like sit down on the canvas. Like it won't be that puffy as when you are putting it on the canvas, and I think you can especially see it when you are adding like layers like this. So in some places I purposely added more of it to get this puffy effect. And then I also added some small details to my pink sky, which I didn't film because I went to sleep already, but it was like, okay, one more detail, okay, really one more detail, and I kind of made the whole sky without filming any of it, so yeah, sorry. But as you can see, I only added some gold and white 3D dots. Here I'm also adding some white dots with ear pick, not sure how it's called, and some gold details and shades and kind of stars thing. And this is the final result. I recorded it as the sun was going down, so I will also insert some pictures with more natural lighting. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave your thoughts down in the comment, and hopefully we will see each other or hear each other next time. Have a nice day. Bye.